All right, welcome everybody. Please share this out. We're just finalizing this setup. What's up, Day Drinker? Share this out, everybody. We have a lot to talk about tonight, and we have some great news. Not so good for Kenosha, but good for somebody. So we got a lot to do. Let's get started. Here are the typical instructions. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the What Really Happened During the 2020 Kenosha Unrest. August 23rd, 2020, Kenosha, Wisconsin became another city that would make national headlines for unrest following the shooting of Jacob Blake by Kenosha police officer RUSTEN SHESKY. The events that transpired over a nine-day period led to countless rumors, rhetoric, misinformation, and disinformation across social media platforms and by mainstream media outlets. Over 2 years later, the misinformation is still running rampant. Never.Stop Media has been conducting a deep dive investigation on what really happened during the 2020 Kenosha unrest. NSM has compiled thousands of records, including documents, video, audio, images, depositions, and much more. During this series, we will show the public what we have learned to be fact and discuss never-before-released details so the public will finally know the truth about what really happened. During this multi-day series, I ask everyone to remain respectful in the comment section on Facebook and YouTube. While NSM heavily respects the First Amendment, remember, we are not the government, so free speech is not protected here. Please also take into consideration words and phrases that go against platform community guidelines. We are here to learn the facts. Any comments that attack myself, the host, will result in being banned immediately. There will be no comments that spread misinformation, disinformation, threats, intimidation, or doxing. Comments that resemble any of this will be removed and could result in being banned. While 2020 was a time of great contention between political sides that divided all of us, I encourage you all through this series to take a step back and not argue with each other. I promise you, you have all been lied to. Whether you are conservative or Democrat, liberal or Republican, militia member or protester, you were lied to. Please have civil discourse within the chat. The topics we will discuss throughout this series don't care about your feelings, and neither do I. Facts of what happened is all that matters. This is not about our opinions of what happened. This is about learning what actually happened. If you are new to the Never.Stop Media platform, then I guarantee you have never seen what I am about to show you. We will be uncovering a lot, so be patient, pay attention, and welcome to the only media outlet with the most comprehensive records pertaining to the Kenosha unrest in 2020. I cannot pay attention to every comment or question that comes through. If you have a question, I will only respond to the ones that come through on YouTube via a super chat. Our moderators will be focusing on comments, as will our AI moderator. Comment restrictions are turned incredibly high on both Facebook and YouTube. If your comment is not showing, then you more than likely used a word that we intentionally blocked. How is everybody doing tonight? Let me just load up my video here on Facebook so I can see what's going on over there. Welcome, everybody. We have so much to talk about tonight. Tonight is going to be crazy. So on the last stream, we talked about militia. We talked about the curfew. I gave you guys a little bit of insight into the Kenosha curfew. You guys were the first to know since you were here. But let's get into it. Let's get into the details. Some of you have not read the article that we released a couple of days ago. So here we go. On our website, Never.Stop.Voices.com, you can find this article. I don't know why you have so many issues, April. Back out, come back, fast forward. I don't know what the problem is. Here we go. August 23rd, 2020. Kenosha, Wisconsin would join the numerous cities across the country where civil unrest would take place and become an epicenter for national headlines. By the end of the 9-day unrest through the city, one man would be paralyzed, 2 others deceased, another critically injured, a minor on trial facing homicide charges, 243 protesters and rioters arrested, residents, protesters, and police officers injured. Businesses burned down, over $1.9 million in city property damage, and over $50 million in total damage done throughout the city, and thousands of residents sat in fear watching it all unfold live before their very eyes. But while you were watching live streams, you were missing out on other things happening in the background, such as an unlawful curfew. Yes, folks, I said it. Unlawful. Now, I am not an attorney, but there is good reason to believe that a judge would have ruled that it was unlawful. Let's get into it. Many questions still linger and have gone unanswered. One of the biggest questions, though, was the curfew lawful? This question remains to be answered, but we can take an inside look at what actually took place with the curfew with help from records obtained by us. This investigation has taken us over 2 years to finally get answers to what really happened with the Kenosha curfew. Hundreds of hours, as well as hundreds of dollars, went into obtaining records so the public would finally know the truth behind the curfew. There are 2 reasons for a state of emergency curfew to be implemented. Number 1, natural disaster. And number 2, a man-made disaster. I think we can all agree that the events of August 23rd, 2020 through September 1st could be deemed a man-made disaster, especially in a court setting. In Kenosha, only the county executive, and I misspoke in the last post, I was getting too excited. The county executive has the highest authority to implement a state of emergency curfew. Now, I said the county exec was John Morrissey. I misspoke. I was so excited. John Morrissey was actually the city administrator, different position. The county exec during this time was Democrat James Cruiser. I say Democrat for all you Republicans out there. Okay? You guys can go crazy. More Democrats. James Cruiser, who served Kenosha County from 2008 to 2022. We know that Cruiser never gave an order to implement an emergency curfew. If the county executive is not available, the city's common council members could get together for an emergency session and vote to give the mayor, John Antaramian, special powers to implement an emergency curfew. In order to understand what really happened with this curfew, Never Stop Media had to sift through thousands of open records and other documents obtained from sources. And we're going to get into one of those documents tonight. One of those documents that NSM received was a deposition of Sheriff Beth from a civil lawsuit. We're going to talk about this a little bit. We can't go into too much detail, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to give you guys enough detail that Kenosha is fucked right now. In that deposition, lots of questions were asked. Beth answered one of those questions. Are you asking me if I put in a curfew during the riot situation? I did. I don't remember the day that we started the curfew, but did I declare a curfew? Yes. As a constitutional officer of the state of Wisconsin and the sheriff, yes, I do have the authority to declare a curfew. When asked who was part of the discussions about implementing a curfew, Beth answered, I discussed the curfew with several people, the mayor, the county executive. Pay attention to that. The county executive. I'm pretty sure the acting general for the National Guard was involved. Head of emergency management. Those people were definitely part of it. When asked if any of these discussions were documented anywhere, Beth responded, discussions? No. When asked if there were emails, texts, or anything about this curfew that you unilaterally declared, Beth responded, I don't know that I would have sent it out, so I'm not aware of the email or text. The only thing I can think of is probably drafted by maybe emergency government. Truthfully, I don't know who drafted the notification to go out. Now, we know that under the law, no law enforcement, including the sheriff, can unilaterally declare a curfew. The sheriff actually has no authority to do so. And even those in government who do have to follow legal steps in order to implement a lawful curfew. Now, this curfew would stretch over a 50-mile radius, not just within the area of the Kenosha County Courthouse and a few adjacent blocks. On August 23rd, 2020, at 10:15 p.m., over 5 hours after the shooting of Jacob Blake, the Sheriff's Department issued a press release with an emergency curfew issued by the Kenosha County Sheriff, David Beth, advising the public to be off the streets until 7 a.m. the following morning. This curfew release wasn't an official curfew, nor was it lawful. At 2:11 a.m., another iPause message was sent out advising businesses to close due to multiple armed robberies being reported. In Kenosha, most businesses were already closed by the time this alert went out, including the bars. At 2:30 a.m., Beth was in the process of putting a call out to activate the Wisconsin National Guard, but that can't actually happen until official documents are filed. Hours after the initial unlawful curfew, at 2:48 in the morning, Beth declares an official state of emergency. Now, it's important to understand the timeline and legal steps that have to be taken to declare a state of emergency curfew. We can verify this through documentation of when the initial state of emergency was declared. At no time did a curfew exist on August 23rd, 2020. Throughout the thousands of records NSM obtained, we have never seen James Cruiser's name mentioned. That's the county executive. He has never been mentioned in thousands upon thousands of records, which can only mean one thing. Cruiser was never involved in the decision to implement a curfew. Now, according to one Kenosha alderman, Anthony Kennedy, the Common Council members got together on August 24th, the day after the shooting, to give the mayor special powers to declare an emergency curfew. Now, according to the Kenosha County Board, right, their minutes, the last time the county board members met in August 2020, nearest the unrest dates, was on the 18th. So I mention this because you've got the county executive, James Cruiser. So that's why I'm mentioning the Kenosha County Board. It's different than the city council. Okay? So the last time they met, nearest the unrest dates, was August 18th. They did not meet again until September 8th, 2020. In that meeting, several county board members stated concern regarding the unrest that Kenosha had just experienced. A briefing was provided to the board members from Major General Paul Knapp, Adjunct General of the National Guard. on the process of how the National Guard is mobilized and how it worked in a supporting role in Kenosha during the recent civil unrest. He provided a timeline of events from the evening of August 23rd through the present. He closed by saying they are continuing to monitor the situation and are mindful of key upcoming dates and stand prepared to support Kenosha as well as other counties throughout the state if they are needed again in this role. He stated the current cost estimate for the National Guard during the unrest was $5.3 million. Piece of information people didn't know. Now, we want this briefing report. So we need your help. So we need you guys to donate. We need to file an open records request to get this. We want a copy of this. This is the first time we're hearing this. We've never seen it. We want a copy. So there are some pinned comments. Okay, there's a GoFundMe. Hit those. Let's get some donations going, guys. We need donations. We still have 25 other agencies to file requests on, and we're learning more as we go. We want this document. Now, according to the Kenosha Common Council, this is where Alderman Anthony Kennedy comes in. Pay attention, chat. Pay attention. The last time the council members met in August 2020, nearest the unrest dates, was August 17th. They did not meet again until August 25th, Kyle Rittenhouse Day, at 1 p.m. via teleconference. Now, there is no documentation of any meeting that happened on August 23rd or August 24th, like Anthony Kennedy had stated. During the August 25th meeting, it is important to note that Mayor John Antaramian was not in attendance. Alderman Bogdala presided as acting mayor and voted that night as an alderman. Those in attendance were the following aldermen: Haggard, Seal, Mikulski, Kangas, Lamakia, Paff, Griffin, Fox, Rosenberg, Peterson, Wilson, Prozansky, Rose, Ruffalo, Pizzala, and Bogdala. Alderman Anthony Kennedy was excused from the meeting, but he claimed he was there with the other members voting to give the mayor special powers. No such meeting took place on the 24th, like Kennedy states. And the meeting that did take place on the 25th, he wasn't even in attendance. Now, every meeting by local government has to be documented for public record, with the exception of closed sessions. But even those have to be documented that a closed session occurred. So why, if a meeting allegedly happened, is there no documentation? We believe it's because no meeting did happen, and with the increase in calls by the National ACLU and civil rights lawyers, it pressured city government to finally put something on the record of an actual curfew, granting someone the authority to implement a curfew that had unlawfully been implemented for 2 days now. Now, during the August 25th, 2020 meeting, it was moved by Mikulski and Peterson to adopt Resolution 13420. An amendment was moved by Prozansky and Kangas to amend the period to 72 hours or 5 p.m. Friday, August 28th, and add the following text. If an extension of this declaration is desired, the mayor shall convene the Common Council for an in-person meeting and notice the meeting with an option to go into closed session. Resolution 13420 is by the mayor. Declaration of emergency regarding civil unrest, granting additional authority to the mayor, adopted on August 25th, 2020. Not August 23rd and not August 24th. But listen, chat, I don't want you to get confused. It's important to note that at no time was a vote taken to give the mayor the initial authority to implement a state of emergency curfew. The vote extended a curfew that was never voted on to begin with and was never declared by the mayor himself. The next Common Council meeting took place on August 28th, 2020 via teleconference. This time, Mayor Antaramian was in attendance. The purpose of this meeting was to discuss law enforcement plans for crime prevention in continuing protests that have led to deaths, personal injury, and property damage. At 5:39 p.m., it was moved by Bogdala and Paff to go into closed session regarding this item. Now, pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85, Section 1D, to consider strategy for crime detection or prevention associated with potential riotous events. On a voice note, the motion carried. They went into closed session. We have no idea what was said. And this is what I mean by even a closed session has to be documented that it took place. On September 2nd, 2020, Kenosha County ended the state of emergency curfew. Mayor John Antaramian stated, after consulting with local law enforcement agencies, I have decided the curfew is no longer needed. The last several nights have been relatively peaceful in the community, and in the judgment of law enforcement, it is appropriate to remove the curfew. However, criminal activity will not be tolerated and arrests will be made if needed. I am hopeful there will be no need to reinstate the curfew in the near future. Conveniently, this was the same day the National ACLU announced they were filing a civil rights lawsuit for an unlawful curfew, and additionally, another civil rights lawsuit would be filed by attorneys Kimberly Motley and Milo Schwab. That lawsuit, like I told you last time, eventually would be dropped by the attorneys themselves. Now, the next Common Council meeting took place on September 9th, 2020, and there was no mention of the Kenosha Unrest, but contracts for repairs to the city would be awarded to specific construction companies. Now, side note, there are some things we're investigating when it comes to the garbage trucks that were set on fire, when it comes to specific construction companies, when it comes to specific buildings that were damaged in uptown Kenosha. Now, chat, I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing and why I'm investigating it and the wheres and the hows and the who's and the whens. But this is a big, giant investigation and a very important one. We need your help. Hit those links, send some donations in. We really need you. Super chats. Become members on YouTube for as little as 99 cents. I have to keep pushing this, chat. We are dangerously close to being shut down for quite a while. We need your help. Interestingly enough, it would still take the city officials 3 weeks to produce any documentation regarding the curfew. It is also interesting to note that on August 29th, 2020, I would be arrested for a curfew violation. Now, what's crazy about all of that, besides the fact that they destroyed evidence, body cam and dash cam video, kidnapped me, falsified police reports. One report says that I was acting in suspicious behavior, which is not a lawful reason to detain anybody or arrest them. And another report says that I was engaged in disorderly conduct. And I have live streams to prove that that's not true. And it took 2 years to get those arrest records. And they destroyed evidence despite a lawsuit going on, despite an active court case, and despite a spoliation letter being sent that prevents them from destroying evidence. But they did anyway. At least that's what the documentation suggests, is that at one time they did have video evidence of my arrest, and it is no longer in evidence. After my release, though, I also tried to obtain a copy of the curfew document from the KPD and also the city attorney's office, both of which stated that no responsive records existed. In another document NSM obtained via an open records request, one Kenosha government entity sent out an email asking for the original curfew documentation. That went out due to the vast amount of calls from the ACLU, lawyers, and media outlets because they couldn't find any documentation whatsoever. They did email searches. They looked everywhere. They looked in their file cabinets. They could not find anything about a curfew that went out August 23rd or August 24th or August 25th or the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and so on. The documents that were finally sent were not original documents. They were made after the fact. Now, for legal reasons, NSM is not releasing these documents to the public at this time. There's a reason for that, chat. I'm sorry. And soon you will know. Now, had the civil rights lawsuit went through regarding the Kenosha curfew, it could be argued that there was, in fact, a legitimate reason to implement a state of emergency curfew due to the amount of man-made disaster that was happening within Kenosha. But it could also be argued that the steps taken or lack thereof were unlawful and unconstitutional, and at no time was proper, legal, and a lawful curfew never existed. Unfortunately, without a judge's ruling, we will never know the legal outcome, and it will continue to be argued from both sides of the coin. But one thing is for certain, Kenosha government did not follow any of the steps necessary to implement a curfew that did nothing to prevent anyone from being in the streets. The only people who were actually affected by the curfew were those who were peacefully protesting, residents of Kenosha, and business owners who lost out on thousands of dollars due to their businesses forcibly being closed by an unlawful curfew. Chat. Absolutely crazy. Now, I want to play some videos. Now, I've been holding these up the sleeve for quite a while, and we get to play them, chat. We get to play them. Now, some of you that have followed me since the beginning, I consistently talk about how back when the George Floyd incident happened in Minnesota, Kenosha kind of experienced their own little mini lootings throughout the city. And it was happening in various spots. And there was a lot of people that were running around and cars driving around and people acting a fucking fool. And I've said that KPD was everywhere in the streets. They didn't need to be calling all these other cities across the state for help. They didn't need to call in the National Guard. Every time there was an incident that was starting to happen, one squad car would show up to that incident, maybe two, and disperse whatever little groups that were starting to form, and people would just scatter. And this was happening throughout the city, and they quelled it. So the course of a couple of nights, some few incidents that happened, there was damage, there was looting, people stole shit, okay? And KPD stopped it all. Now, I want to play this video to give you an idea of what was occurring. And I also said that there were citizens in the city that armed themselves and came out, okay? Now, in this video you're about to see, some of it is accurate, some of it is not. There was a resident in this situation that did shoot at looters, okay? You're going to hear in the video that he did not. Now, the person talking didn't, but another homeowner did. Now, I want to play this video for you guys.
During last night's chaos in Kenosha. This all happened after people tried breaking into a corner store there. Fox 6's Ashley Sears is live tonight to explain how neighbors actually stopped the group from destroying the store. Ashley?
Stephanie, that encounter was all caught on home surveillance. We spoke to the man who confronted the suspects. He says adrenaline kicked in as he saw the group busting through the doors of the business. A night of disruption near 45th Street and 22nd Avenue in Kenosha. As cars speed to a nearby corner store, the scene becomes more chaotic. Home surveillance captures car after car pulling inside the parking lot and the street. People hang outside of car windows as a crowd starts busting through the door of Manny's Food and Liquor. It's around that same time a neighbor comes out to confront them.
Get the out of that store!
Screaming for them to leave.
Get the out of that store right now, mother.
The man, who did not want to show his face on camera, tells us instinct kicked in.
I wanted to scare them. I was very upset that they were doing that, near my girl's home, that they had the audacity to do that.
He says as he saw suspects outside of his girlfriend's home, he became enraged.
You wanna get shot, mother.
Shots are fired into the air. The man says it was those attempting to break in and not him doing the shooting.
I did not shoot. It was all them shooting. I never intended to hurt them or shoot them. I just wanted them to leave.
As he continues to scream, more shots are fired. The group speeds away. Neighbors say no one was hurt.
I just thank God they didn't shoot me, and I thank God that none of them were shot, and I just hope that they, learn from this and change their life.
A scary encounter this neighborhood never wants to experience again. Now, it's unclear if that group was associated with any of last night's protests. We reached out to the Kenosha Police Department to see if anyone was arrested, but we did not hear back. We also reached out to that store owner and were unable to reach him. Reporting live.
Now, let me tell you some factual stuff. The initial the initial surveillance video from Manny's and from this dude's house, okay? You just watched a news report of a situation, and in that situation, you heard gunshots. And they played the gunshots as the man was walking down the driveway. Those gunshots happened while he was standing on his porch. I watched the video, okay? They fucked with the audio in that news release. He did fire at the looters. He pulled a I want to be Kyle Rittenhouse out front of CVS. So lamestream media put out a narrative, and Kenosha PD protected this guy. No reckless endangerment, firing a pistol outside, none of that. He never charged. And the narrative that went out was that it was the looters that fired all of those pistol shots. That is not true, chat. That is not true. But I wanted to show you what it kind of looked like back in June. Okay? Months before the August 2020 unrest. Now, chat. I hadn't planned on doing this tonight, but we found something that has taken me a year. Technically 11 months, but we're going to call it a year, and it feels like 10 years. It has taken me a year to find this particular piece of evidence. And you guys are going to see it first before it gets uploaded to the YouTube channel. Now, let me explain a scenario. During the Kenosha unrest, many protesters were shot with rubber bullets, mace balls, all types of things. They were shot with beanbags. Now, Isaiah and I have been looking for documentation of who gave the order. Sheriff Beth, in his deposition, says that there was no order specifically given that officers asked permission should the situation arise. What types of force are they allowed to use? Now, law enforcement has a use of force construct that they have, right? Goes from the stop to the sir, calm down, right? Which is rarely said. And then all the way up to deadly force. Okay. One protester was shot with a rubber bullet that essentially did very serious damage to his left leg. Very serious. Now, I don't want to tell you guys who the protester is, but you'll know him. He's one of my favorites. Don't type the name in the chat. We went on a crazy ride together. Don't type the name in the chat. You know who I'm talking about. There's a lawsuit. And in this deposition, that is just crazy. And I don't want to scroll through because you're going to see the name. But this particular page here, Beth says, I don't know that a situation would arise to a peaceful protester having less than lethal on them. But I mean, if a person is just standing in the park, I consider them a peaceful protester. So the reason should not rise to using less than lethal on a person just standing there. So Sheriff Beth is saying, as long as you were a peaceful protester, then you wouldn't have been shot by less than lethal. Now, one video I want to share with you guys, just to give you an example, and this is a clip, and you guys can come at me about, oh, you just played a clip, but we can play all, the full videos. Look at all these people that are just standing there.
Fuck you, man!
See all these people just standing there? They're still being shot at. Now, granted, there is some fuckery going on in the background. There are several rioters that are fucking around. That sound that you hear are the little mace balls that they were shooting out at people. So I played that clip because I wanted to show you just a little bit. And again, those that want to challenge me, we have plenty of full fucking video from this individual. All right. We know the individual personally. He was out there. So we have all the video if anybody wants to be a jagoff and start challenging. But you saw all these people standing around. Now, granted, again, there were some people on some fuckery. Okay? Launching fireworks, throwing water bottles. Okay? But the majority of the people in Civic Park on the 24th were not on bullshit. And we have plenty of videos to prove that. And we're going to play some of those videos tonight. But go back to the deposition. Were they shooting real bullets? No, they were shooting little mace balls, which we'll see in another video. They were shooting rubber bullets They were shooting beanbags. They were launching and throwing CS canisters. Okay. So remember, in the deposition, Sheriff Beth says, I don't know what the situation would arise to a peaceful protester having less than lethal on them. But I mean, if a person is just standing in the park, I consider them a peaceful protester. So the reason should not arise to using less than lethal on a person just standing there. Now, for a year, with this civil lawsuit that is in the background, this is not public yet, chat. I'm telling you some juice right now. This lawsuit in the background, the attorneys representing Sheriff Beth, Chief Miskinnis, multiple higher up echelon Kenosha officers, the city of Kenosha, have said, there's no video of your client out there, whether he was on fuckery or he was peaceful. There's no video of your client being shot with any type of less than lethal, not to mention a rubber bullet, which the lawsuit claims. For over a year, we have been searching to see if we could find a video among the hundreds of videos that are publicly out there, as well as videos that we were given by people that a lot of it we're not allowed to show. We gave our word that if we had access to these videos, we would not publicly show them. But this one particular video that I'm about to show you is a clip that we are allowed to show, and you guys are seeing it first. And Kenosha Police Department, Kenosha County Sheriff's Department, and the city of Kenosha are fucked. Let me just say that, chat. They are fucked. It has taken me a year, chat, to get this video, to find it, sifting through thousands of hours of video. I'm going to play it for you right here, right now. You guys are going to see it first. Now, again, hit those thumbs up on YouTube. Like and share the stream everywhere on Facebook. Hit the thumbs and the hearts and just spam the shit out of the chat. We need to push these videos. Our algorithm today is severely fucked. And every time we talk about Kenosha, whether I do a video once a month, it doesn't get pushed out. We need you guys to share it. We need your help. Hit the pinned links for donations. We need it, chat. We are dangerously close to being completely shut down at this point for an indefinite amount of time. Universe, I'm glad you're here again, my man. I love you. I miss you, bro. Universe, chat, for those that don't know, Universe has the best comments on the videos that we post regarding Kenosha and always timestamps some cool, crucial shit for us. So he says, so happy to see you covering the XXX case. I didn't even know it was going on today, but I clicked on it not knowing it was even you. Totally enjoyed it and watched the whole damn thing. Hell yeah, Universe. We'll be back tomorrow. We may end up kind of interrupting that trial, though, because we have another trial that we have to cover on the 13th, but that might be jury selection. So we may end up doing double streams of trials and kind of re-streaming the XXX trial in the evening. So back to what I was saying. Chat, I am going to play you the crucial piece of evidence that supports the claim in the lawsuit, that refutes Kenosha's bullshit rhetoric that no protester was injured or shot if they were standing in a park, and that this particular protester was never even out there. Hit those thumbs, spam that chat over in Facebook. Here we go, chat. Pay attention.
Anybody fall apart for medical?
Let me pause right here. We've already seen the moment that this protester gets shot. There's other video that proves that he was out here and he was not engaged in fuckery. So that helps his case. Not engaged in fuckery. Okay? Now we're at the point where he is shot by a rubber bullet, and they've now dragged him to protection. Pay attention, chat.
You dirty fucking pigs! Last fucking traitor! Who the fuck do you work for? 3, 2, 1! Let's go back, bring it back, bring it back! You need some air? I need a rag. I need some gas.
All right, let's get out of the way so they can handle their business.
Yeah, I got him 5-2. He must come. Put a phalanx in front of him. I'm not going to, and then they shot me. Hey, keep breathing. That's okay. You need another rally bandage or is that enough? I'm shooting the fuck out of this motherfucker. I didn't do nothing wrong. You bring it around, hold it there. Hit him with the stun line, right? Not yet either. Don't touch the wound. What happened to your fucking skills? Okay. Oh, you was crying like a little kid. That's good. That's just oh, you just crying. It looked like you been crying. You good a little bit?
Oops, sorry, chat. All right, so, chat, that was the video we have been searching for a year, chat. And no bullshit. Facts, 100%. I literally found this video 1 hour before I went live with you guys. An hour before. I was messaging people. I was calling this individual and said, motherfucker, answer your phone. I think I found it. Tell me this is you. And it is. It is confirmed. It is him. So it confirms what he said in the lawsuit that is filed against Kenosha and disproves what Kenosha says. Kenosha says he wasn't there. There's no proof. Kenosha says there's no proof he was even shot. You guys just saw it. You guys saw it firsthand. You are the first ones to see it, chat. You are the first ones to see it. This is what I'm talking about, chat. When I say we deep dive, we dig, we try to find things. When there's lawsuits, we look and see if there's evidence to prove or disprove. When we get stories, when people come to us and ask us for help, we look for everything to prove or disprove what is being said. This has taken a year and thousands of hours of video going through, digging, talking to people, people sending us shit. This is why we ask you guys for help. This is why we ask for donations. Okay? Now, chat, some other things I want to show you guys. This is fucked up. Now, remember, we have talked about militia. And I've said some things on here that I know some of you don't like, especially if you're protesters. But if you remember in the previous episodes, I said that militia on the 23rd and the 24th that showed up to Kenosha were not the crazy motherfuckers. Okay? The ones that showed up on the 25th were a different breed of militia, a different breed. Now, we played you a clip. And I'll play it again just to refresh your memories. Let me find it for you. Oh, where the fuck is it? Let me go to this. This would be faster for me to find this shit. So we posted this video. Now remember, the rhetoric that went around was that this was a rioter. And then we even regurgitated that bullshit because that's what we thought happened. We thought it was a rioter as well. And then we started airing this series out. And come to find out, it was not a rioter at all. It was a militia member. I'm going to play it for you guys again, just to give you a recap of what happened. So this dude here, let me slow down the playback. Let's put it back at normal. This dude right here, that's a militia member. That is a civilian militia member.
Gas! Gas! You're fucking cowards!
This dude right here, also a militia member. Universe says, it makes you wonder how much blatant evidence like this is tracked down to purposely get lost, deleted, or prevented from being shared. Yes, and law enforcement has been getting rid of evidence since these incidents started, and they can destroy stuff that they don't deem to be evidentiary value in any type of case, criminal case, within 120 days. So if there's footage like this, let's say, that they don't think is, evidence in any type of case, they can destroy it. And there's tons of things on the internet that are vanished. They are gone, especially when it pertains to Kyle Rittenhouse. Okay, there is very little that you can find in a Google search. Now, there's some shit in the back areas of the internet. You just got to know how to find it. But anyway, this guy is also a militia member.
Don't point to it. I'm not pointing already. Gas! 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 They're going to deploy. They're getting out. Out of the radius as fast as possible. I'm not doing it. 10-4 on gas! They're going to gas! Yeah!
There they are again, militia. They are ready. They are willing. And they're going to prove how ready and willing they are.
Get ready! Hey! Hey!
All right, so what you just heard was actual gunfire. That militia member did shoot at the Bearcat. No, I was not filming this, Nana. He did shoot at the Bearcat. Okay. We also have documentation from the department whose Bearcat was shot. There were bullet markings on the Bearcat and one in the window. Okay. Now, we played that to refresh your memory. I want to share with you a few other clips of militia that came out to protect protesters on the 23rd and the 24th. Because, chat, and this is important, okay? So when we talk about militia on this channel, and you guys know that we make fun of these people, okay? These idiots that you see in these certain big named groups, these are not real militia. This is not true militia. These are fucking clowns that run around and do stupid shit. True militia are shaking their heads at these people, okay? And then you have these guys. These are a little civilian militia. These guys do not fuck around. And you'll recognize them because you've seen them even on the 25th standing in the gas station. And a lot of you associated them with the other nut jobs, but they were not.
In your neighbor's houses and businesses.
This you not for protesting if you don't give a
Protesting.
This shit, the value of property has nothing to do with the value of life. If you value
Now, I think this dude in the blue with the Black Lives Matter, I think that's Elijah Schaefer. I think that's who that is. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe that's Elijah Schaefer. He's a right-wing fuck that runs around wearing Black Lives Matter fucking gear and films protesters for the right just to fuck with them later. That's who I believe this is.
what are you guys people? You're not with us.
Hey, some.
You're not with us.
Are you guys just out here protecting residents?
We're out here trying to protect residents, we're trying to protect the innocent people, and we're trying to protect the businesses of the citizens out here. We're not trying to protect the government. You want to tear down those lampshades, go for it, I guess. It's not my speed, but it's the government that with you guys. It's not the civilians. These guys didn't do anything to you, right? So we don't want to hurt these people. That attempted murder of that citizen was wrong, and I'm all for protest, but you can't be destroying your neighbor's houses and businesses.
This you not for protesting if you don't give a
Protesting.
This shit, the value of property has nothing to do with the value of life. If you value this shit, what are you guys people? You're not with us.
Hey, some.
You're not with us. You're not with us. If we touch that, don't let it like
Do you own the business or you're just hired by
No, we're just here. That's it. Again, and another thing, we really don't want a gas station to go up. That'd be bad.
Of course, yeah.
So, I'm on your side as long as you're against the cops, but you can't burn down your local businesses. No, we just don't. But the owner of this business is probably out here with them. Yeah. They're destroying their own neighborhood. Go the government that just killed your man. Go up your neighbors. Don't care. Yeah, civilians. I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. I'm just trying. We're not affiliated with any like militia or anything. We're just we're just guys out here trying to make sure that nobody. This is like the civilian-owned businesses. These guys are probably out here with the BLM protesters. They don't want the government to shoot people. They're against the government too, probably. Government them every day. Taxes, shit like that, man. I'm just tired.
What made you come up here?
Dude, that killing was, or not, it wasn't even killing. He's still alive. But that shit was bullshit. They shot him 7 times in the back. That's horseshit. Dude, in the back. He wasn't armed in front of his kids. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. But I can't stand by and watch people break civilian-owned businesses. These guys are probably out there.
What's your name, sir?
I can't tell you. There's people that would tear me apart for being out here.
All right, so there was that little clip, okay? Those guys, and you'll see them on the 25th. They're in the gas station. Those guys were not with the crazy people that were there. Okay. All that big article that we wrote about the ignored militia threats for 13 hours. These guys were not part of that. And I can't stress that enough because I don't want you guys to hate those particular ones. Those particular ones are not the ones to be angry at. They were out there, especially for you protesters. They were out there ready to go to war with law enforcement if the shit got fucking crazier. Okay? Now, how does Kevin know that? How does Kevin know that? We're going to play you another clip. This is how fucking prepared for war they were to protect protesters.
Are you National Guard?
Hey, what are you? You're National Guard?
No, militia.
Oh, okay.
Militia?
What's that?
Are you like a random militia?
State militia. We're civilians.
What are you guys here for?
We're here to make sure that if they start shooting me with real bullets, that we can shoot them back.
That's what the fuck you're talking about.
The state hires you? Like
No, we're civilians. We did this on our own.
Yeah. Where'd you guys get like this?
I'm going to back up a minute. I want you guys to see this dude because you'll recognize him from the gas station on the 25th.
Oh.
See the dude in the background with the yellow bandana? Okay. A lot of you thought he was with the PBs. He's not. Okay. He's not. These are as clowny as they are as well, but these are actual fucking civilian militia. Okay. These are the guys that are not fucking around. These are the guys, they were here literally, and you just heard them. They came in case protesters actually started getting shot. They were going to fucking fire back. That's why you saw in the previous clip, the other clip, the actual militia member that fired on the Bearcat. He was not fucking around. Okay? Listen to what he says.
What are you guys here for?
We're here to make sure that if they start shooting me with real bullets, that we can shoot them back.
That we can shoot them back. I told you, these guys were not fucking around. Now, I want to play something just because we've talked about this before. I tell you guys that I got doxxed, right? My best friends gave up my addresses. It's what led to me having to move 12 times since the shooting of Jacob Blake. This dude has popped up on the stream before. Popped up multiple times. Okay? But this is what a hypocrite this fuck is. I was here this night. I was actually filming this. The video you're about to see is not my video because my video is gone. We lost our Facebook page and we lost hundreds of fucking live streams that we did. But I came across this and I thought it was funny because this fuck, one of my best friends, who doxed me and gave my address to actual militia. Here he is. That dude right there in the white. Right there in the white. Marching with BLM. And he ends up leading this protest throughout the whole night. He's out there marching around with people. You see him off, he's off to the right, he's just off camera. He's out there chanting. Right there, next to the guy in the red and black jacket. I just wanted to play that. I thought it was funny. His name is Christopher Bednar. He lives in Kenosha. Scumbag fuck. I saw him during the Rittenhouse trial. He came up to me. Thought we were about to throw down. All right, let's see. What else do we want to play for you guys? Let's play this clip real quick. This has nothing to do with the Kenosha protest, but I wanted to play it because one of our biggest fucking haters and the man that has put my life in danger and put my kids' lives in danger, we found a video of him as well. Good old Mutton Chops. And we're going to play it. We're going to play it. And I hope this motherfucker's watching. So this is during the Michael Bell shooting. This is afterwards. This is Michael Bell right here. He's out protesting law enforcement. He's going to come in front of the courthouse. He's going to meet with somebody. He's going to meet with somebody. I'm going to show you. This is funny as fuck.
Are worried about retaliation. Number 2, the weather. And number 3, it's the third.
The guy he's talking to right now is good old Mutton Chops himself. Just wait.
I don't know if they're here. Oh, he is here. This is a former alderman from the city.
See that? Hear that shit? One of our former aldermen from the city. Here we go, chat. Here we go. You're going to see it. What's up, Kevo? You watching? Oh, shit. Who just got out of the car? Pay attention, Kevo. Put my fucking kid in danger, motherfucker. Here we go, chat. It's coming. It's coming. Wait till this clown camera guy turns around. Oh, shit. Who is that? Is that Mutton Chops with his kids attending a protest? What's up, Mutton Chops? How do you like your kids being talked about, fuckhead? Look at they're so little. They're so little. Like my 8-year-old son, you fuck. And he brought him to a protest. What a hypocritical fuck. Brought him to a protest. Look at, there he is. Look how small those little babies are. They look like they're around the age of my 8-year-old son. You fuck. How do you like your fucking kids for the world to see? Look, adorable little babies. You brought them to a protest. Scumbag fuck. Now, there's another video I want to play for you guys. Let me find it real quick. Give me one sec, chat. Oh, yeah. That is the video. So the other day I told you when we did this that Mathewson, Mutton Chops himself, was out there inciting people, riling them up before the box of fucking crazy happened on the 25th. Right? Kyle Rittenhouse night. I told you guys he was out here inciting people. Let's watch that.
Say his name!
Jacob Blake!
Say his name!
Jacob Blake!
Black lives, they matter now!
A group of people who are enraged.
There he is in the red.
Afraid, right? Some people protest by laying on the floor. Some people protest by screaming. Some protest by burning. What I'm saying is, right, until you fix the issue, don't talk to me about the infrastructure when there's life in the balance. The Constitution was written with black folks not in mind. Back up to when?
You just said let's burn it all down and start over. Who thinks we should burn it all down and start over? Raise your hand.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Who thinks we should? Hold on. I'm just quoting Greg.
Yeah,
he said
that's
let's burn it all down and start over. Raise your
I'm
hand.
talking about the Constitution, sir. I'm talking about the Constitution. Burn the Constitution. And if we don't get it,
So that's Mutton Chops. He's out there in the park. He ends up taking a picture of himself and posts it, post it on the Kenosha Guard Facebook page, telling everybody, hey, look, I'm out here. Here's a selfie. I'm out here. Come join me. And then he fucking ran away and went home to those little beautiful babies. You remember those little beautiful babies we just saw that look like they're the same fucking age as my 8-year-old son, who he's put his life in fucking danger. And fucking, I have creepy fucks that come on talking about crawling into bed with my son and doing weird fucking shit with them. And they like to come in here under my son's name. Yeah, those are Kevin Mathewson's kids. Remember, guys, I don't give a fuck. When my kids are put in fucking danger, I'm going to start showing everybody else's fucking kids. Now, let's get into some other shit. We got to play the bad stuff too, chat. We got to play the bad stuff too. Okay? We have to. We don't have a choice. We got to show you guys everything. So this is the night of the 23rd. This is after Jacob Blake gets shot. Okay? I'm going to play this clip because it's going to set us up for the next clip. Okay? Now, again, chat, I have to play the bad shit too. Otherwise, I put out a narrative and people start accusing me of being biased. We got to show as much of the situation as we possibly can because there's fucked up shit that happens. Okay? No, Universe Medium Rare is Bob Jamboy from the Mark Jensen trial. He's the district attorney. He's another scumbag fuck that we're want to investigate, but we need a lot of funds for that. And in that video of Mathewson that we played, and Darlene, I believe you mentioned this. Bob Jamboy is mentioned in the whole Michael Bell discussion. And in this video clip, and we're not going to play it because it has no bearing, but there's a part where Mr. Bell starts talking about Bob Jamboy in a police-involved shooting in Kenosha. And he was the district attorney at the time, but he was being endorsed by all of the fucking sheriffs. So there's some scandal surrounding that charging decision, who was also a black man in Kenosha that got shot. So we're going to clip that out. We'll post it up. We'll make a big deal about it. But it's a lot that you can find when you start digging. So here's the bad thing. So this is August 23rd. Okay. At the scene of the Jacob Blake incident.
What happened?
Oh, he just got bricked. He just got bricked. Hey, he just got bricked. He just got bricked.
All right, so that's the officer that got hit in the head with the brick. Okay, on our community tab page on the YouTube channel. All right, the guy that hit him, we posted on the community tab on the YouTube channel. We posted what happened with him. Okay. He got sentenced. All right. You guys can go check that out and read that. Okay. But we wanted to play that because it sets up for this. So this is the 23rd, heading over to the shooting site. I believe this is the right video.
Hey guys, just came down here where the shooting happened. Looks like it's pretty crowded over here. As we all saw the video, looks like from what we saw, the officer did shoot someone in the back 7 to 8 times. They do have everything cordoned off still. I'm going to try and see if we can find someone that was here to find out what's going on. Sorry, this is some So I'm going to try and get a little closer here. So yeah, we've got officers over here. So they've got people through here. Actually used to live over here. So whenever I posted earlier, I honestly, I have to say that, you know, I've lived here my entire life. I know that there's a lot of shady shit that happens here whenever it comes to the police, but...
See, this is another community member in Kenosha also confirming there's a lot of shady shit that happens with the police in this city. You guys think I'm fucking around when I tell you.
Whenever I was younger.
So here he's at the scene. Okay, it's not crazy yet. He's trying to get closer like all of us streamers do. We try to get in this shit so you guys can see what's happening. Now, there's nothing I can do about the way the video is. It's not sideways, obviously.
So I have a feeling it's going to be a long night in Kenosha tonight, as it should be.
Okay, this is to give you an idea of how many people were on scene, right? Because there's tons of rhetoric that there's thousands of protesters that show up. Okay? You're watching it. This is a live stream from that day. Now, granted, more will show up, and we have videos of all of that as well. Okay, it was reported heavily that this was a violent mob. Now, granted, yes, there are some people that end up on some fuckery. Okay, obviously we just saw the police officer get hit in the head. There's a squad car that ends up getting damaged. Okay, that's not every person that is standing here.
No justice! No peace! Fuck the police! 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 Why y'all ain't saying the men saying something? Y'all come on, man, with them! Give me the police! Fuck the police! Excuse me, the police! Excuse me, watch that ass. Yeah, we moving again. I thought we moving. Whatever we say, we moving. Police! No justice! No peace! No crooked ass! Police! No justice! No peace! No crooked ass! Police! No justice! No crooked ass! Police! Show me good from our lives they matter now! Black 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 lives they matter now! Now look here, y'all. If y'all notice this here, y'all see they bringing Christmas. Y'all see this project full of dog.
They were out here for a long time. Peaceful as shit. Playing music, laughing, dancing, chanting. They were out here for a long time. But mainstream media would say that this scene, because of an incident that happened, was a violent riot. It's a handful of fucking clowns.
Life for life. Life for life. The whole way of life can change overnight. Taking no more, let us go from the chain. God bless their soul, every one of them now.
More music being played.
We gotta start somewhere. That man never shot a shot.
Got interviews. That's Clyde Macklemore right there. Alexis says if we would have done January 6th, the music would have been better. Hell yeah. There's some really good documentaries that are out about January 6th.
I quit back in October. The fucking protesters made me start smoking again. Don't be bringing no Nerf guns out. Don't be doing that. I'm fucking dead. You know what? I put that shit. I put it behind that. Bro, I've been a 12 year. Man, listen, they shouldn't be in that. They know what's gonna happen. Hell yeah.
Hey, y'all just making it work.
Ain't no black folks gonna come out here and
So, I do know that they have the family of right in the backseat of a squad. I think they're going to take her to go get a statement, but I think that she, if I remember right, she should still have an attorney present. That would be the best thing to do.
City level, we had aldermen in the past who had pushed for body cameras, and it just, maybe it was put in the budget, but year after year after year got pushed back again and again and again. So I think what happened here tonight, whether this is found to be
Look at this flashing.
All white! Is any black people in there? Oh, he brandished the gun.
So officers have this woman in the car. She should be talking to an attorney first. Now, for some reason, they're questioning her without counsel.
Sorry, I'm over here. I do that a lot. I try to talk to you guys, and I forget that I muted the mic. So that person in the car was Jacob Blake's girlfriend. And what I was saying is you have these YouTubers and these people like V Radio and some others that go around and say Jacob Blake is a R word, right? It has to do with sex, the R word. Okay. And it's rhetoric. And it's rhetoric because he was only charged with SA. There's no court case. There's no conviction. So you can't call him an R word because we don't know what evidence they had or didn't have. We don't know if it was made up. Okay. Dickface V Radio was not in the fucking charging decision. He was not there for RUSTEN SHESKY's charging decision. Okay. To hear the background of the girlfriend, how she's lied multiple times to police about police involved situations, never showed up to fucking court cases, all types of shit. Now, I'm not saying we shouldn't believe her because our first thing should be to believe females. However, she has a documented history of fucking lying to police about fucked up shit. So we don't know. So when you put out rhetoric, it's reckless because it fucking incites people's emotions. And that's problematic. And that's the problem that I have with these fucking YouTubers. Okay? And these people that watch little tiny video clips and then they make assumptions about what happened. And they put things out as fact because of the verbiage that they say. They don't say allegedly. It's plausible it may have happened. More likely than not. They don't use legal verbiages. They put things out as fact off little tiny fucking clips that they see. And it's reckless and it's fucking causes problems. It gets people riled up, and that's how motherfuckers get hurt.
And I'm going to walk back to the car just to charge it. So, hopefully I'll be able to have enough battery to get you through to the...
So a lot of tension. There's a lot of tension out here. There's yelling, okay? But there's laughing. There's all types of things. Right? And when it comes to all these fucking internet gurus that are out here posting videos and shit, okay? If you weren't in Kenosha, shut the fuck up. That's what I have to say. Shut the fuck up. If you're some little fucking keyboard warrior that sits in his fucking basement behind a computer editing fucking little clips, and then you put it out as fact, and when you're blatantly asked, did you watch this video? Did you watch this video? Did you watch this video? And when your response is no, shut the fuck up. That's what I have to say. Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So Sheriff Beth is out here. Pretty sure this is him right there. You know, and it's like the clip that we saw of the militia guy that's firing his AR at the Bearcat, right? That went out as rhetoric by all types of mainstream media, but also these YouTubers, including V Radio, because he doesn't have all the facts. He took a clip and fucking saw a bunch of people standing around and said, oh, look at the fucking rioters standing around with fucking ARs. It's that kind of reckless fucking bullshit that's just fucked. Now, what's important to recognize in this video is that everybody's peaceful. Everybody's peaceful. Okay? Yeah, there's some angst that's happening, but there's more and more and more and more law enforcement that is showing up in the background. And this is the problem. And we've talked about this on this channel. What a better way than to show people, right? Shoot a few of them with fucking rubber bullets, tear gas them, maybe kill one or two of them. And then when they get real fucking angry and be like, look how they act, right?
As of yesterday, no, my fault.
Under control.
No peace. Don't arrest me. Arrest the police.
See, now you got cops that are out there that showed up in riot gear. Now the tensions are rising. Now it's fucking on. Everybody was chill. Look at them all standing in the line, all in fucking most of them in riot gear. Now they're coming up to the front lines. They got all strapped up at the police department and drove over in riot gear. Now you're going to start making people real fucking angsty about, okay, what's going on? What's happening? And then when you have a group of fucking black people that are standing here, understanding the historical events when fucking law enforcement shows up in riot gear and fucking beater sticks, they already know what's happening. Okay? Us white people, we don't really understand it. We don't fucking, appreciate the feeling deep down inside. These guys do. They know what's about to come before we do. Right? And us live streamers that were out there, us little white live streamers that were there, we can feel some tension, but we don't know what the fuck is going on. We don't know why there's tension all of a sudden, but they already get it. They know.
Black lives matter. No lives don't matter until Black lives matter. No lives don't matter until Black lives matter. No lives don't matter until Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives
All right, so that's after the fact. Okay, the incident with the cop, right? We know that one of the squad cars did get fucked up. Okay, we know that eventually did happen. Okay, now they're saying that they're gonna march to the police station. Right? This is why we have these fucking videos up, people. All right, and it's laziness that people don't want to watch this shit, and it's what also leads to the bullshit fucking rhetoric. Okay, we played this on your guys' way in to the stream tonight. We're just going to show you a little bit here. Okay, so, law enforcement is already trying to block up their stuff. They get it. You got some people that are arriving already. Okay, they're marching onto the police department, right? Little by little. Law enforcement locks their doors. Here they come. There's the crowd from the Blake shooting area. Okay, here they come. Right? You guys, everyone's like, oh, I don't understand why you're posting these stupid videos. This is why, people. This is why. So people get an understanding. I don't know why I got to sit here and fucking do 3-hour streams for who the fuck knows how long just to fucking explain this to people. Okay, now let's get into a closer look. So we put the courthouse cameras up because it's a non-biased view, right? No side can fucking say one way or the other. It's non-biased. Here's what happened. Here's the amount of people. It's not thousands. That's the rhetoric that went out. Thousands of people. It's not thousands.
Oh, so they all leaving together?
So they're leaving the neighborhood now.
They hadn't started. Get there.
Headed to the police department.
They've got stuff going on. Looks like they're just clearing the street. People lighting candles where what appears to currently be an unarmed man shot in the back 7 times. Yeah. Sorry. One little wind.
He's not dead. No, he's not. Get this shit out of here. Get this shit the fuck out of here. He's not dead. Yeah, what is wrong with y'all?
Slime, my brother.
Got people loading up the vehicles. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off now for a few minutes. Sign back. Everyone, I made it down to the courthouse. I parked in the old Ruther.
We protesting. And I'm going to tell y'all now, y'all might hate me when I say this, but this is the truth. Not only when they shoot our people, or any people out here, I see it's a mixed racial culture out here. Now, I'm speaking because, like I say, this normally I don't do this, but we also got to remember one thing. When June and Buck Buzz shoot somebody, and a little kid get here or somebody get hit, we need to do the same thing. Not only when it's in blue. Now, right now I'm speaking because I'm from Milwaukee, and I'd have seen it. I'd have had 3 cousins killed by gun violence. So, that's the reason I'm speaking on that.
No sound. Thanks. There we go again. So you heard the guy talking about going, you know, black on black crime, right? So all these people that are like, oh, what about your black on black crime, right? Because they got nothing educated to talk about. Well, you hear them. They're talking about it. They're talking about it. So all you fucking white people that are like black on black crime, go focus on your own shit. They're dealing with it. And if you watch the protests that happened in 2020 and you shut the fuck up for 5 minutes, they address those issues. They talk about it. And there's protests that even go in the fucking hoods talking about, you know, the weapons down. And then, you know, it's just pay attention.
Minute. Young gentleman over there to my left said he's been waiting an hour to speak to the supervisor.
Shut this shit down!
See, here they're coming. They're coming to the police department. Nothing's fucking crazy yet. It's not completely out of control. All right, but there's going to be Bearcats and shit that start showing up.
Red Cross, they've got a red cross on their vehicle. We've got our man Corey here.
Here comes the Bearcat. Now these Bearcats that are coming down, guys, these are Bearcats that are coming down from neighboring law enforcement. This is not Kenosha. This is neighboring law enforcement that fucking rushed down here as soon as they heard about the shooting. Sheriff Beth claims that he never saw the video of Jacob Blake being shot, that he didn't see the video when he arrived at the scene. How many of you believe that shit?
They want to shit, but they can't. They can't. Hold them. Don't let them take it.
You're not going to be my friend no more. You fat piece of shit. Why? Tell me why. Got the proof for what? They call me for what? This is reaction to a reaction.
Fuck these hunkies. Look, all hunkies around this bitch. Ain't no niggas involved. All hunkies around this bitch. Y'all killing me.
Now, I know a lot of you are going to focus on, oh, well, the cop got hit in the head with the brick. Oh, the fucking squad car got fucked up. None of that happened until riot police showed up. Okay? That antagonizes people.
The fucking murderer! Y'all standing up for a fucking murderer! Kill him!
Seven shots in the back. Right in the fucking back.
Excuse me, sir.
There's a Kenosha cop. Y'all sheriffs, I understand, so I'm going to inform you why people are angry. There's a Kenosha cop.
This is in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We are downtown.
7 times.
As you can see, there are officers that appear to be armed with pellet guns and rock salt.
Hot as fuck. I know.
Sweaty as hell.
Sweaty.
I ain't gonna lie, I hate y'all.
Y'all
I hate y'all. Everything is. Y'all ain't even protected. Y'all are killing shit. All that damn thing. They ready to killing this.
So it's good to see that they all have their the Racine sheriffs have their body cams on. At least they appear to have their body cams on. This one's not flashing.
So this is how we got a bunch of Racine body cam footage. Okay. As much as they gave us anyway.
Here, that one's
And
not
now all of a
flashing.
sudden, again, in the middle of a pandemic,
This one's not
they
flashing.
keep shooting black people in the back.
That one's not flashing.
So you hear him saying there's certain body cams that are on, certain body cams that are not. Why would they all not have their body cams on? Questions, people. It's questions. This is the type of shit that we should be getting angry about. These guys should have their body cameras on, and there's only some of them that do. Like this dude with it's flashing, you see it, it's on.
No, I'm not you guys. You guys got way more power than I do. Way more power than I do.
I had just witnessed a conversation where a sheriff told them that they should calm down. I've never heard some estimation happen. I'm noticing that Kenosha County does not appear to have any active body cams. Excuse me. So it would look like that most of the Kenosha County people don't have body cams that are active. But they do have officers behind them with pellet guns, assault guns. So they don't have body cams, but they do have the assault weapons. That's
understand it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right
bitch
there.
ass nigga.
I understand it.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga on your intercom. Hoe ass nigga. Little ass gun. You got boy nigga here with 100 on stick.
scissors, but not a body cam.
Somebody else to talk to us.
You are a civilian.
Why does it have to keep us?
You understand that? If you don't want to hit anybody wherever you are, that's police to me nothing. You can see I can wear that police vest to the police. I can buy backpack came with one. Or anybody else on the fucking street. If you continue to touch me and pressure me,
All of this, there's nothing illegal about it. You are protected under the Supreme Court to stand here and chastise the shit out of law enforcement. This is a constitutionally protected activity right now. You can stand there and fucking talk shit to them and tell them how you feel about them. And law enforcement is supposed to stand there and take it. And they're supposed to be better than us. They're supposed to ignore those things. But they don't.
Downtown. Fuck all uptown. Move.
Hey, don't move. Hey, what is y'all pushing for? What is y'all pushing for?
I just witnessed an officer shove what appears to be 90-pound woman.
Let me pause it. None of these people did anything. The videographer says he just witnessed law enforcement push this woman. Law enforcement is advancing. They're already the aggressor. They've already started assaulting people, and they're acting aggressive. Now it's on. Now it's on. The war between the two sides is going to start. And now shit is going to get fucked up. Okay? This is what you guys need to understand. When everybody watches this city on fire and all this shit, we need to look at who started what. Okay? This situation right here. Same thing if you're looking at self-defense things, right? When it comes to self-defense issues, those scenarios can change in a heartbeat as soon as one person disengages. When you have alternate scenes, we're at a totally different scene right now. And law enforcement just antagonized the crowd. I need you guys to understand this. Now, I'm not saying I agree with the results of everything that fucking ended up happening. I need to make that clear because people like to say that I'm in support of fucking riots. I'm not. But we need to understand who the initial aggressor was.
I beat your ass. Hey,
Somebody.
You ain't finna push us. I will, bitch. You're not finna push us. Hey, nigga. Fuck that. Get the fucking badge
Hey guys, I have a feeling that I may lose. So if that happens,
You should be ashamed of yourself.
they're calling for people to lock arms.
So there you have again. Law enforcement has now assaulted somebody even worse than just a moment ago. Assaulted somebody worse. Now the entire crowd is amped the fuck up. So again, when you guys are watching these live streams and you're just sitting here listening to people screaming and yelling, and especially when you tune in and you know late and you have no idea what the fuck is occurring, what just happened 30 seconds prior to you even joining the live stream. Okay? This is where all of us, regardless of sides, we should all be getting irritated at law enforcement abusing their powers. This crowd did nothing wrong in this scenario here. They're protected under the Constitution to chastise law enforcement. And law enforcement has now assaulted 2 people.
I did witness an officer shove what appeared to be a 90 to 110 pound girl.
Pushing people! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Officer?
There you go, bro. Stand your shit. Stand your shit. Stand your shit. Stand your shit. No, it's firecracker.
Hold the line! How you like it? These are riot cops. They got on TV.
So, your numbers are also here. It appears they're almost like boxing people in. They're coming in from the side. They have the bulk of their...
Don't make this shit seem realer than what the fuck it is, because it's Kenosha. Everybody else did respect them. Everybody gonna be soft, hurt, ass, frustrated.
Why ain't the black step up?
Where?
They need to let them step up. Because this ain't no 24/7 job.
I'm not sure why they pushed back and they stopped. Here that they're basically trying to clear an area, which doesn't make sense. Can you guys even hear me?
So what's happening right now? So we've already seen law enforcement antagonize the crowd. Okay. We've seen the crowd react. They got angry. Okay. We saw some fireworks. All right. What law enforcement is doing in the background right now is they are staging up in other areas because the shit is about to hit the fan. Okay. Protesters have no idea what's coming. Right. And this is why you guys see me like when I'm out there, I have two phones. I got an earpiece in. We're listening to the scanner. Right. This is why I have multiple phones. So I can film for you guys and I can listen to other shit that's happening in the background. And then we know this more because of over 2 years of investigation, the hundreds of videos that we've gotten, right, of camera footage and all types of things, documents, right? So we know what's happening in the background, and we can talk about this after the fact because we know, okay? They're preparing. They're trying to get more officers down there, and a lot is they have them already, and they're fucking gearing up, and it's about to get fucking nuts down here. And you see them, they're all creeping up in the background there. You got dozens and dozens and dozens of cops now. Okay. But you got more cops that aren't even out yet. They're coming.
Send it up on them.
Yeah, Alexa, you're right. You can feel the tension. I feel it like a lot of people that weren't out there, right? And like we always try to explain, like when you guys watch shit on the phones, right? When you're watching us, like you can feel that there's some shit about to pop off, but we can feel it in the air. Everything in the air changes. The whole atmosphere changes.
Oh no.
Yeah, she just said it's crazy how it changes. It's in the air. Yeah, right, exactly. The whole thing. Everything just goes in slow motion. Your whole body gets tense. And I would imagine it's the same for the cops too. They got to feel all that too.
So it would appear that...
And now it's important to note this too, for everybody on the right especially, okay? The majority of the crowd is standing here, and they're just yelling, they're screaming, fuck you, whatever. And now you got people that are starting to break off, okay? These are the troublemakers. These are the rioters. These are the ones that want to go cause fuckery, okay? So when you're watching a big angry crowd, you want to see that. That's what you actually want to see. You want to watch the angry crowd, because as long as there's an angry crowd, there's no fuckery. Okay. But now we got shit happening in the background. We know the cops are off in the background. Okay, we know that. But now we got some participants here that are breaking off.
Tactics or law enforcement tactics, but it would appear that they are going to come in from the other side as well. I don't know if they're going to try and box people in or if they're going to
See, look at what did I say? What did I say? Who's coming? Who's coming down the road? What did I say? And then the camera guy just said it too. What did I tell you guys? See, this is all the shit that protesters don't know. They don't know that there's a whole nother fucking unit of these guys coming to corral them in.
I'm walking across the street, sir.
See, yelling at press. Get out of the fucking road. How about go fuck yourself?
So
this is why we put the courthouse cameras up, guys. All those big, long 9, 10, 12, 15-hour videos that nobody wants to watch. They get 20 views, and the views are for fucking a minute and a half only. This is why, people. So you can see firsthand from a non-biased account what was actually going on in the background.
So it looks like they're sending them in single file. Some do not have protective gear. One. Let me rephrase that. One. Test.
This is wild, bro.
See, now it's on. You just sent in the cavalry, right? Now the protesters already know. Shit's about to get fucking real. It's on. I told you. It's about to get real over here. Yeah, and the reality with a lot of the police reports, so Alexa says we didn't allow fireworks in our group. A lot of the police reports that we have, you know, again, from the other side of things, from their perspective, law enforcement, there were quite a few law enforcement that got pretty injured, some pretty serious burns from the fireworks. And then, you know, some of these guys got hit with frozen water bottles that fucked them up. So I mean, there were definitely quite a few injuries.
Today ain't matter. Come on now, bro. They just stole $7,500 from me.
Oh, hey, I saw some Cowboys wearing that.
So you got cops cracking their knuckles, like they're ready. They're ready to go. Men and women. They're ready for a fucking brawl right now.
Protest, everybody lock on! Because if we keep doing stuff, they're going to start shooting their pepper sprays and they all
This is the other part. You hear them in the background. So all you people that are like, oh, well, when the rioters start fucking off, why don't they try to stop them? Well, if you shut the fuck up and you pay attention, listen to things that are being said, They do. In a lot of these different protests, they do. When people start fucking off, they try to corral them back in, knock it off, lock arms, everyone calm the fuck down. But people, you know, people don't listen.
Why is it that you have to take out guns for an unarmed black man, but you can peacefully defend a white man with guns in your face? Like that don't got tasers on your fucking hips. You bitch is sugar!
Sorry, I went a little too far. It's about to get fucking crazy. Sorry, I went a little too far.
Ain't no shit. His last name Blake.
Blake, thank you.
Officers in the windows. Officers up at the top. over in the other corner. They are up there. I would guess that they're probably in a few windows up there.
So this is something else to note when he's talking about officers in the windows. So the courthouse windows that got broken out, some of that was done by protesters, but some of it was done by law enforcement so that they could shoot protesters. Okay, you guys don't know this shit.
And you've got officers stationed up at the, I don't know if you can see them up there. Up there. There. And I'm going to guess that there's probably a few up there too.
All right, I'm going to drop this real quick. I want to show you what's happening from a different view. 107.28. Okay, here's the cops on the far right. Here's the cops coming in, like we saw. Okay, see this Bearcat that's moving? So you just saw a bunch of smoke coming from behind the protesters there. So this Bearcat's going to end up backing up, and when it comes back, it's going to drop a bunch of smoke. Okay, they're popping smoke out in the front. Prior to all this, like when we saw the cops coming from, you know, the kind of top of the screen, right? And they were all kind of facing them. That's why we put these videos up here, guys, so you can see all this shit. And when people put out, you know, these little clips and they, you know, they're like, oh, look at, they're fucking crazy. You have no fucking idea what you're talking about. Okay, so you got your little riot line right in front of the doors, right? So we saw this from a firsthand perspective. Okay, the little smoke that was up there before. You got some fireworks that are blowing up. Alexa says, look at the way they have the protesters barricaded. Everyone's running in different directions. Yep. So, you know, right here, like they're exactly what she said. They're barricading people in. You have law enforcement that's coming from a multitude of directions. See, now they're getting fucking scattered around. And now what you've done is you've created pandemonium. And you got people that are going to scatter. And then these little cells are going to form in different areas. Okay? They're going to end up coming back. Right? So now, like, they're gone, right? They've scattered. Let me get to this part where this fucking Bearcat drops this shit. In here. So right here, this is what we saw before I dropped the video. This part right here. When everyone turned behind them and they saw that smoke, this is what they saw. This shit. Okay? And then they're all going to get fucking lit up again, and they're going to fucking, you're going to see they're all going to run. Now what they've done is they've literally just scattered them all over the place, and they've created these pockets of people. So this is where we are again. So you saw the aerial view of that.
don't give a fuck. I can't see. I don't give a fuck.
That was Mercado that just ran past the screen. So CJ and Andrew are here at this time. That's Mercado right there. Alexis says, I can feel that in my lungs. Yeah, I'd fucking see there's CJ on the left right there. Mercado's on the right.
Yeah.
See, the problem, guys, I put up all of this video footage so that the world can see it, right? It's public. Here it is. And these videos have been public for 2 years, right? 2 years. Now they're for members, right? People that want to sit and do their little clips on the internet and make these little 20-minute documentaries. Oh, look, blah, blah, blah. Here's some violent shit that's happening, but I can't confirm anything. All this bullshit, right? All of this stuff is here. It's been on my page for the longest time. I've been talking about this for over 2 years. Okay? It's all right here. And me sitting here for 3 hours on streams, doing multiple streams a week, going to, here, look at this video. Let me show you now what it looked like from above. Let's cut to this streamer's video over here. Here's this video from this angle. Guys, I don't have fucking time for this, right? And we don't make money doing this, right? But all these little internet people want to make bullshit streams or bullshit videos that rile people up. It's ridiculous. This shit's been on my channel for ages. Ages, guys. So my advice is for those of you fucking glue sticks that are running around sitting in your basement behind a computer and you want to make little tiny documentaries, if you have a fucking question about what happened in Kenosha, why don't you send me a nice email and say, hey, Kev, I'm making this documentary. Whether I like the documentary you're making or not. Do you have video footage of this? Can I use this footage that you have? What do you know about this scenario that I'm about to put in my little bullshit YouTube documentary? Okay, let's get the story right. Okay, now we're at the point they've pushed people out. Okay, now we're out in front of the fucking courthouse area. Right here you can see kind of in the background. They've already started burning shit. So this is the first dump truck that goes up. You've just pissed off the entire crowd. They're angry now. Now we're getting destructive, right?
Open the tape again.
So do you want to like relocate or is this thing the thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
That's the post office across the street. There's the second garbage truck back, garbage truck back there. That was done by a Wisconsin National Guard member, so a military fuck. I told you guys this. That's the other thing too, guys. We pieced together multiple camera angles, multiple live streamers videos, and the people are right there. There's two individuals that caused that fucking garbage truck to go up. One individual that fucking pours some kind of fluid, and then the National Guard member that actually lights it on fire. It's all right there, people. It's right there. But why am I the only one talking about that? How about all these little internet YouTube fucking losers that want to create these little video things? Why don't you guys help me with that? We've already given the information to the ATF, right? We told you, look at all that fire. We told you that when we did that video and we talked about that, that went to KPD, and then the ATF contacted me. We had to get our attorneys involved and all this fucking fuckery bullshit. But that pissed me off. And then the amount of information we knew where the ATF or the National Guard guy was giving information to the National Guard about protesters, but then also giving protesters information about law enforcement. That puts people's lives in danger both ways. Right? Same thing I just told you guys. The video footage is there. We conducted the thing, and then I happen to have more information than you'll have. But why isn't he arrested yet? We proved it's a fact, 100%. We know who it is. We know the identity. We know his name. We know everything about him. And if you guys remember the job that I was at, Durango's, when I left, because I kept telling you guys I left for a safety reason, it's because he came in there to fucking beat me up.
So, to the people that are on my feed worried about the dump trucks that are on fire, I want you to take a look that there is someone down here documenting everything that's going on, and he got injured. So instead of worrying about the buildings, maybe you should worry about the people that are actually being hurt. That's just me, though. Sorry.
Hey, no, I kind of feel you, man. I got shot, so like. And that's what I told him. I was like, dude, how do you expect me? Like, I'm trying to be neutral to try to like show both sides of everything. Right. It's like, how do you expect me to remain neutral when I get shot? Like,
exactly.
So
and you were asking plenty of times.
Yeah.
Like, where should I go?
Yeah. Celeste, in order to answer to your question,
multiple times I was like, just none of them are. Most of them was all racing. Yeah. But like, I literally went through the entire line and asked every single one of them.
So let me drop this out again. Let me show you the dumpster thing, because we gotta do this. Don't worry, baby birds. I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna feed you, baby birds. Okay, here they are. Protesters are over by law enforcement. Law enforcement from the other side. Remember, I told you there's a lot of movement happening behind the scenes. Law enforcement is over here fucking moving. Let me change the camera so you can see. Law enforcement is over here doing all this additional shit. Okay, so here they're putting all the garbage trucks here, trying to block off this street. So they've created a fucking problem. Okay, let's fast forward. Let's get the people up here now. Here comes another dump truck, right? They're really barricading because they're like, oh shit, some cars got through. Let's add some more dump trucks. And I'm telling you, there's a thing with these dump trucks, guys. There's a thing with them, and we need some serious funds because we've been investigating the dump trucks. I can't tell you what it is, but I'm telling you that once we get the shit that we need, what I'm telling you guys in these streams doesn't fucking matter, right? It doesn't matter. If we can prove this theory behind these dump trucks, you guys are going to lose your fucking minds. And I promise you, motherfuckers high up are going to fucking prison. Okay? I promise you. Because you already know I'm not going to shut the fuck up about it. But there's some shit with these garbage trucks, guys, and we need your help. Okay? Hit that pinned comment. Hit those links. Okay, so here comes everybody, right? They're all walking up. Okay, here's some fuckery. You're gonna see this garbage truck in the top left corner of your screen. That's the first one that's gonna go up. They're gonna end up lighting the second one. Okay, there's video of the first garbage truck. There's video of that going up. It's out there. It's out there. And then the second one, there's video of that too. Alexa says, I want to know more about the unmarked black vans that were scooping up protesters. A lot of it was law enforcement, but some of it was the spooky militia people. They were actual Kenosha Guard, the militia Kenosha Guard. That's not to be confused with the military National Guard. So some of the Kenosha Guard militia. See, there's the first garbage truck that goes up. Okay, there's video of it. It's out there. It's on. Here's the second one. It's going. There's video out there. It's from a very particular kind of famous live streamer. Actually, 2 live streamers. You can piece together their videos. Unfortunately, one of the streamers' videos is no longer. See right there. See how that went up? There was a guy that walked up. There's a guy on the other side, okay, on Sheridan Roadside, who's on a fucking skateboard, and there's video of him too. Okay, but there was a guy that just walked up to the fucking thing, poured some shit in there, and then the jag off on the fucking skateboard on Sheridan Road. That's the fucking military guy, the National Guard member. He's the fucking scumbag that skateboards on Sheridan Road. So the second garbage truck, we know who it is. We actually know both people, but I can't tell you the one because it's a source.
Like, hey, I'm media. I don't want to get shot. Are you?
So there's the garbage trucks in a little bit closer of a view, right? And just to give you guys, oh, you're like, Kev, that's not close enough. We want to see closer. Do I have it? Oh, it's in a different video. I don't have time to pull that one up, so we're just gonna keep playing this.
Literally charge this?
Yeah.
Alexa says, I can't believe how deep this goes. Yeah, and here's the thing. So with the National Guard member, so it wasn't like law enforcement was like, hey, go start these fires and like start blaming fucking protesters. See, there's the militia guy. Look at, there's the militia guy. See him?
Sorry.
See him? Oh, there's the militia guy. Remember the video clip I showed you? Here's more video of this fucking crazy fuck.
Hey, Sean. Hey. I got a few people that talk all in on this.
See him? See him right there? Yeah, good angle, camera guy. So yeah, it's not like law enforcement sent the National Guard member and said, hey, like go deep undercover and start some fuckery. That's not what happened. He didn't get called behind the fence until the 3rd day. So day 1 and day 2, he was out there fucking off. And here's the crazy thing, people. If you pay attention to my videos, I talk about it and I start mentioning people's fucking names. Because at the time, I didn't know who the fuck was who. So I've already outed motherfuckers, dude. And because I didn't know at the time. There's Katie. There's Katie just walked past the screen. Katie, remember her? The fucking Fed informant. We covered that on the last fucking thing. Here's the one thing I didn't mention. You know, I told you Katie and CJ, you know, were boyfriend and girlfriend. They loved each other. Ha, ha, ha. Right? So Katie's here with the boys walking around, doing her thing. She's taking pictures of protesters to hand over to the FBI later on. Okay? The part I didn't say, and I figured I didn't have to say it, but CJ knew. It's part of the reason that they were breaking up. It's because CJ wanted to continue his path of fucking filming protests. And he couldn't do that because he was getting a bad rap for being with Katie. And it was putting his life in danger. He knew. So this whole time he's in Kenosha, he knows that Katie's an informant and what she's doing. So here's this. Here's the fucking militia guy. Look at him.
Big ass stick. That motherfucker ain't going.
Alexa says, I get that he's just supposed to be serving our country, not creeping around. Right, exactly. And National Guard members not only protect people, but they also are charged with protecting property. That's part of their oath that they take. So, yeah, that's what fucking pissed me off. So all of you guys that are like, oh, Kevin hates law enforcement, and I keep saying I don't, right? We intentionally put that video out because we knew that you guys were going to get pissed off, okay? And you guys were going to fucking send that over to the police and that we'd eventually be contacted. We had already talked to our attorneys before I even put it out.
I know this is an opinion, but the irony of someone saying, well, you don't know that he was going for a gun, and there's a guy with an AR-15 in the street walking back a armored SWAT vehicle.
Dude, I love him so much. I miss him. Fucking, so we had already talked to the attorneys. They asked me all their little questions, one of which being, is this a story you want to put out or do you need to? My response, guys, okay, this is some juice behind the scenes. My response is I need to, because this is wrong. It is wrong that you have a National Guard member that is putting protester lives in danger, but he's putting law enforcement and his brothers in the National Guard in danger. And then he's on the 24th, he's out fucking the city up.
So, needless to say, that kind of messed me a little bit.
So yeah, this whole time Katie's running around in the background taking photos, right? Little mug shots of fucking protesters and rioters to hand over to the FBI later on. CJ knew this whole time. He knew. He never told you guys. He never told me. I'm not sure if he told Andrew. I don't think Andrew honestly knew. I don't know for a fact. I can't say one way or the other, but I don't know if Andrew knew the whole story. Let's put it that way. So Andrew's not to be at fault for sure. Because I don't think Andrew knew the whole magnitude of what I know. I don't think he knew anywhere near what the fuck I know. Right, so down the block, right? Remember we showed you the militia situation that's happening down the block.
But thankfully, I had the White in front of the courthouse, not the White House. Sorry about that, guys. It would also appear we do. Thank you, Kayla.
Universe is like, holy shit, you're over here literally cracking the fucking matrix. Bro, I know too much shit, guys. I know too much shit. Listen, we've been over 2 years now of investigating this, okay? We have compiled so much stuff. And we still have 25 more agencies to file on. Imagine the amount of records we could get if we had people coming together and we had more than 10 motherfucking people watching this fucking stream right now. Okay, that's pathetic. Right? Everybody in the world, we should have tens of thousands of people watching this and learning together. And instead we have 10 fucking people, right? Protesters should be sharing this to all their little protester pages. Okay. The general public should be sharing this all over their pages because it's fucking, bro, this shit blows people's mind. This is like going undercover and breaking into the Capitol with people and then snitching on people who simply only walked in with you committing the same damn actions.
All right, so they are not being discriminate. They are just throwing wherever.
That's an important comment. Okay? That's an important comment that he just made. Right? Remember fucking Sheriff Beth, right? When we read the deposition, they're not just firing at peaceful protesters. You have a camera guy who's sitting here filming shit going, yeah, they're not just shooting at guys fucking off. They're shooting at everybody at this point. They don't care.
And we finna get busy in this day. And this shit finna get busy. This shit finna get real busy. This shit finna get real busy. This shit finna get real busy.
You know, speaking of, you know, alleged informants, you know, we just put up another video of maybe, you know, a 911 call. You know, you guys make of that what you will. That's up there. You can listen to it.
They are firing tear gas. They've actually fired it over in front of the administration building. It would appear that protesters are throwing the tear gas canisters back. So officers are now throwing flashbangs. This thick, it's kind of hard to see what's going where or where they're firing. I would definitely say they're firing with a lot less discretion than you would think they would.
This is all out war now at this point, people. This is all out war. And you got SWAT geared up, and then you got peasants with pitchforks and fucking garbage can lids for shields.
Other media,
and we're not even at the pitchforks and the garbage cans yet. That comes tomorrow.
I will tell you this, I do see other media who apparently do this on a regular basis because they are smack dab in the middle of it as if it's nothing to them.
Universe says the hypocrisy of claiming to understand a book after only have read the cover. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. See, and you heard him say, like, media, lamestream media is right in the middle of the shit. They were in the beginning. Tomorrow night, the 24th, they're not tomorrow night. Then you remember my video from the 24th where we're standing on the corner of the post office where all the media is in one spot. And then there's the video that says target the media, right? And then all the media gets fired on. We'll play that so you guys can hear it. And then media is like, fuck this, bro. And then they're definitely not in the shit anymore.
Given its pattern, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's a law enforcement copter. Oh.
Ooh, Alexa, I'd love to see them if you don't mind. If you can somehow email them, if you want to share them.
So guys,
then we can talk about whether or not I can play things publicly or use it for other things happening in the background that we can't publicly talk about.
Yeah, I just found that out. Thanks, Dan. I did not know that, so I apologize. That was a bad assumption on my part, which is why I shouldn't be assuming anything at this point.
You gonna stop killing us? You gonna stop killing us? Don't you want to go home? You gonna stop killing us?
See, up on top of these buildings, you have law enforcement up there.
Enforcement is now pushing forward or walking forward. It says State Patrol on the shields. Ah! Ah! Fuck! Ah! Oh! Fuck!
Let me pause right there, people. Let me pause right there. Remember Sheriff Beth in his deposition? I swear under oath fucking deposition. We are not targeting people just standing around. CJ just got fucking smacked with a fucking CS canister. Okay? He just got lit the fuck up, which is funny to me now because he's a cunt. But at the time, and in reality, that's bad, right? Let's just be real. That's fucking bad. But my man that's filming, I don't want to tell you guys who it is, but maybe some of you can figure it out. My man that's filming, he just got fucked up too. He just got fucking smacked. I don't know what he got smacked with. We're gonna find out. But he just got smacked. But in the video a second ago, CJ just got fucked up. It's funny now because we hate him. He's a cunt and he's a fucking lying little bitch. But in the moment, it's bad, guys. In the moment, it's bad, right? Let me kind of go back.
Okay, guys, I have no protective gear, or I have a. So we've got officers coming.
All right, watch. Wait, hang on. So you're gonna see CJ up in the grass, and he's about to get fucked up. And then my man that's filming, dude, I miss him so much, bro. I miss him so much. My man that's filming is about to get fucking murked. Hang on.
Fuck yeah! Oh! Welcome.
Yeah, I just littered. I am so sorry. I'm just not gonna.
That was Katie that just walked past the screen.
Shit over there. They throwing shit out the fucking
All right.
car.
Hey. There they go.
If that's a niggas can play COD out here.
Just pay attention to like center right in the grass.
So we've got officers trying to put out the fire.
Oh, look, there's Katie next to Mercado.
This ain't number one car. This is one car.
Did I go too far? Did I fast forward too far? Hold on. I think I fast
The right in front of the. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I figured they would be.
Dismissed it. Somebody.
Hey,
Oh, thanks. But thankfully, so we've got officers coming.
Fuck yeah! Oh! Welcome.
Yeah, I just littered. I am so sorry. I'm just not gonna carry it right now.
Did I go too fucking far, guys? See, I'm over here laughing about shit.
Please be careful. Thank you very much. I am doing everything I can to be careful. Also, I have some awesome. Dismissed it. Somebody. Oh.
Fuck, I fucked it up, guys.
dismissed it. Somebody.
Put the fire out, bitch. Let that bitch burn. Let that bitch burn. You dumb motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 93%. You want to start logging in?
Pussy!
So
David, where we at? Here, or I gotta go back? I fucked that up, guys. I'm sorry. I was too busy laughing.
Oh, there was a guy that was saying something that ran across the street.
The grass, like I said, there are people actually back in the sides. On that side, there's people scattered throughout the There's just too much going on down here. It's hard to catch it all.
Literally charge you this week?
Yeah.
Oh, I need a thing. I don't know what type C.
Looks like the most of
We saw this part, right? It's so hard to like move this fucking video. All right, hang on. Did we see this part? I'm trying to watch it in my other fucking window too. Trying to find it. It can't be behind this because 8 minutes back from this point is fucking, they're coming out from the parking lot of the police department. Fuck. Fuck.
Fuck y'all. My daddy. Y'all ain't with us, y'all dance. Fuck y'all niggas talking about. Let me get a light. Somebody give me a light. Can I get a light?
Right there.
Boy, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. On my daddy, where the fuck my sister at? Fuck my sister at? On my daddy, my sister get hurt. On my daddy, I'm burning this bitch down to the ground. Come on, who that get me like you?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Let's pick up the block with love. I'll pick out you know what? You're right.
I'm doing right over here.
You're right. But we remember that we still fucking smooth. We're not gonna be smooth.
That's the police down there that are popping
Hey, Terrence, I like your truck. I got a whole
they're transitioning.
They started rioting. They started rioting.
Looks like there are more people coming in on the other side over there.
Hey, the tires might blow.
So I got somebody saying that oh yeah, looks like there's another one that is on fire on 56th and 11. Sorry.
Hey, bro, I was down there.
It would look like, yeah, looks like there is another one that's on fire over here.
Hey, you guys don't want to get hit by the blast. Go that way. Go that way. Don't just stand right here. Right here is not safe. Go that way or go that way.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Open the tape again, please.
Do you want to like relocate for the same thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You filming it, homie? Hell yeah. Don't forget to get to the safest place to get that.
All right, Survivor. Almost taped.
We're finishing taping now.
Okay, cool.
So, to the people that are on my feed worried about the dump trucks that are on fire, I want you to take a look that there is someone down here documenting everything that's going on, and he got injured. So instead of worrying about the buildings, maybe you should worry about the people that are actually being hurt. That's just me, though.
both sides of everything. Right. It's like, how do you expect me to remain neutral when I get shot? Like,
exactly. So
and you were asking plenty of times.
Yeah.
Like, where should I go?
Yeah. Celeste, in order to answer to your question,
multiple times I was like, just
none of them are.
Most of them was all racing. Yeah. But like, I literally went through the entire line and asked every single one of them. It's like, hey, I'm media. I don't want to get shot. Are you planning on shooting people? Like, where should I go?
They wouldn't even say no.
Yeah. I mean,
it's ridiculous, man.
So I can literally charge this here?
Yeah.
Oh, I need a thing. I don't know what type C
Wait. Is that an AR or is that just a... Thanks, Frank. I am not sure what that is, but it has circled quite a few times.
That's the Kenosha County Sheriff's drone.
Enforcement cop.
Kenosha Police Department doesn't have one, so they claim. But Kenosha County Sheriff's Department also says that they didn't have their drone up, which we obviously know is bullshit. All right, watch. So that's CJ up there.
Thank you, Teresa.
It's not funny, guys, when you get hit by one of these, but because it's him and we don't like him because he lied about me in court, he's a fucking piece of shit. So this is funny to me. I'm going to mute it so I can laugh hysterically and you guys could just watch.
Yeah, I just found that out. Thanks, Dan. I did not know that, so I apologize. That was a bad assumption on my part, which is why I shouldn't be assuming anything at this point.
You gonna stop killing us? You gonna stop killing us? Don't you want to go home? You gonna stop killing us?
Law enforcement is now pushing forward or walking forward. It says State Patrol on the shields. Ah! Ah! Fuck! Ah! Oh! Fuck! Oh! Oh! What was that? Oh! I was just pelted with something. I don't know what it was, so I'm not going to tell you what it was, but I do know that I was hit with it. Oh, fuck.
So they just targeted media. These guys literally were standing there doing nothing. They've not engaged in any riotous activity, and they just got smoked. Direct fucking hits, bro. Direct hits.
All right, guys. Not exactly...
And they shot my poor buddy, who's over here dying on camera right now.
Officers.
Hey, can you hold this for 1 second?
Yes, I can.
You good, bro? Are you seriously good?
Yeah.
Hey, man, when you get home tonight, take a cold shower, okay?
Okay.
A cold shower.
Uh-huh.
Drink lots of water. Make sure you drink water and eat, okay? You're not going to want to eat for a while, I promise, okay?
Okay.
Trust me. If you need to reach out to me and you want to talk about it, That's it, all right? Mercado Media.
I got
If
you.
you want to talk about it, it's a lot, dude. I'm telling you.
That's a motherfucking order!
They have officers that are popping up out of the top of the Bearcat, and they are firing something into the crowd.
Put your hands up!
So they are popping up.
Put your motherfucking hands up! You don't stop killing us today!
So
And that's an order! And that's an order! And that's an order! You don't stop killing us! That's what's gonna happen!
I would go do that, but I'm kind of a...
You gonna go home, you gonna lay in your bed, and you don't
Yeah, I noticed that too, that's not a...
You're fucking dog! You gonna stop killing us! When you get home, make sure you get on your knees and pray! Because you are wrong! Facts! You're fucking wrong! Facts! You're fucking wrong! Black people to be You're fucking wrong! You don't stop killing us today! Get on your boat! Go to the water! Turn the kids out! You're not gonna kill anybody! I know! I'll let your partner do it too! But you fucking keep secrets! And that shit don't stop!
Fuck. Sorry, guys, I gotta back up for a minute.
Bro, and he's got no protective gear on whatsoever. The whole time he's out here, he's got nothing on. So they're not just firing at people that are fucking up shit. They're literally firing at everybody, including people that they've seen literally just standing around doing absolutely nothing. I can't wait to testify in this fucking lawsuit, dude. I really can't. I can't wait.
I know. That's why I got shot the first time. I thought it was from them. It wasn't. It was from the bushes. I don't know who's in the bushes, but they're shooting.
Hey man, you're pressing it. It's a shot.
Another water for you when you're ready.
No one.
That's Katie handing out waters to the boys.
See, there's somebody in there shooting off. Like, oh, I don't know what it is. They're in there.
Tell that guy in the press.
I threw all my shit. I don't know.
I got him.
So they're standing outside the dinosaur museum right now. So, I mean, this shows you like how actually small this area was. When you guys were seeing all these aerial shots and all this shit, it looked huge, and it's not. There's Katie.
Yeah, I think somebody else actually already got shot
by the guy behind the bushes, so thanks for the heads up.
This is an unlawful assembly. Leave the area.
Dude, I know. I'm telling you, bro. I know so many people. I know so much shit about what the fuck happened out here. It's so funny. But these are like main players, though. Anyway.
Unlawful assembly. Leave the area.
So I need to wipe my face off.
I got a blessing.
Do you have a blessings towel? I need a blessings towel.
I knew you guys would need it. Say thanks to Snack Squad.
You hear her make a reference to Snack Squad?
Hey, we're in the bushes. There they are right there. Those fuckers.
Fuck.
Fucking God.
Damn. Look out.
Hey, heads up, bro. Hey, come over here. I got shot at by them in the bushes. You got hit too? There are soft guns, but still, we're gonna get caught in between them, dude. Just trust me. Stay over here. You need some water? You alright?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Are you okay? I know.
That's just been smoke, right?
Tear gas. Yeah.
Are they shooting tear gas again?
Hey guys. Blessings. Don't do that. Blessings. Don't do that. Blessings. What's that? This is well, no, it just wasn't the time probably because
I just try to normalize it as much as possible. Like, who wants a snack? Tear gas.
All right. So they're still trying to get people to disperse. I don't foresee that being a thing. There are other people here. They've managed to be hit with airsoft pellets. I'm pretty sure everybody got caught by the tear gas. I don't know what I got hit with earlier, but it stung, and that wasn't a protester. That was a.
Don't move. Them shits don't hurt.
It came from the officers, so that one wasn't. I don't know what it was, but.
It might have came off when I took cover.
No, the airsoft shooters don't appear to be cops. They appear to be people that are behind bushes.
I got this for you.
Oh, there we go.
It is a little easier to stay safe now that we are a little further behind.
Oh, you guys heard it? You guys heard it? Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
So looks like they've got officers lining up in front of the courthouse. Oh, here it comes. Shit.
Clear the area.
Please clear the area.
Fuck. All right, and it also looks like they do have officers over on, what is that, 11th, that are posted.
You have to leave the area, sir.
But
The Velociraptor down. Yeah, they killed him. They killed the T-Rex too. This is the kind of shit they did to us on Rittenhouse night. So like these guys are basically boxed in, right? Like there's nowhere for them to go. So like when Rittenhouse night, me, CJ, and Andrew were stuck on Sheridan Road till like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. We could not get off the road. Every time we tried to go in any direction, we were fucking getting threatened that they were going to shoot at us. So we were on Sheridan until 3 o'clock in the morning. It was fucked. And we had to cross into downtown. So like way to the left of where these guys are, towards the fucking lake. We had to go over there, but there were cops everywhere, dude. And they were hiding in the shadows in their fucking Bearcats and shit. So every time we tried to go down like alleyways to like sneak through to like get the fuck out of Dodge, all of a sudden just floodlights on us. It was fucked.
This group in the light, leave the area. This is an unlawful assembly, leave the area.
What group in the light? Okay.
All right, so that's their streams start fucking going down at this point. And then we got one more. So he's gonna go, they're gonna end up going downtown. So I'm gonna show you what downtown looked like, because this was a whole bunch of other rhetoric about how fucked up downtown got on the 23rd. So let's take a look.
All right, guys, I'm actually down at the Buzz. That does look like we're here for the stores across the street, like Bjorn's or the Imperial Service, Staffing Service, or whatever that is over there. Unfortunately, this store does look like it was damaged. As you can see, the glass is there. Yeah, some of you had asked about the Buzz. That does look like it was both of them.
Pretty much everything
Everything down the street. How long ago did it happen? About an hour ago. So yeah, it looks like as they were saying, basically everything was broken into down here, or the windows at least smashed out.
So this is what happens. You had everybody contained in one area, and then you push them into all these various directions.
Before anybody starts, I know I'm.
This is what happens in every city. Every city, it's like this.
But the reality is, like I said, I just wanted to check some things, and anybody who knows me knows that I usually do these with the basic concept of curiosity to see what's going on. So yeah, SJ Crystals, it's good. Gordon's is good. Morning, guys. Looks like the window next to, what is that, Rustic Road? And I'm assuming you guys own a business or work here? Yeah, protecting. Yeah, I don't blame you. So yeah, we've got there are business owners down here, obviously, down in front of their businesses. Looks like, yeah, this window, I don't know if that belongs to the Fit Farm or if that belongs to Rustic Road. Rustic Road, unfortunately, yeah, there's some damage here. Gottfried & Sons, yeah, that one's bad, but I think Gottfried & Sons was boarded up, if I remember right. If I'm wrong, somebody, of course, can correct me on that. Tavern on 6th, I'm not even sure they opened yet. I think they were in the process of renovating to open, so unfortunately there is that.
So, I mean, this is the thing. When you guys saw lamestream media, right, they said that all this damage happened downtown. And there's obviously damage. I'm not saying there's not.
Something different.
But they were saying that the whole downtown was fucked up.
Unfortunately, they do have.
And then they filmed all these business owners boarding up windows,
busted,
as if every single business that was boarding a window had it broken.
You can also see that flower pots were kicked over,
and we're seeing which businesses had windows broken.
The building on the corner doesn't appear to have anything in it, but it also doesn't appear. Oh, I spoke too soon. So that does have that window alert saying that they should tell our businesses, or advising businesses to close due to multiple robberies and shootings. Okay, so
that's the alert that went out. So it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30. That's the alert that went out that we talked about. He just mentioned it. So people are telling him in the chat that this alert just went out.
Looks like there is a lot, and I do mean, unfortunately, a lot of businesses that were impacted down here. Some of them were empty storefronts. That doesn't make anything different or make it better, but I do see from across the street, it looks like there's a business over there with the windows busted out. Again, business owners are sitting out in front of their business, which again is perfectly understandable. I'm not sure that this graffiti is new or not, but I do know that this salon is relatively new, as well as Public Brewery is supposed to be coming here. Looks like the one pane was broken and not the second pane. Does look like there are people down there working on it. There are businesses.
Make sure you guys share these streams out when we do these. Make sure you share them out.
If you
sign up on
there's anything that
YouTube
you
to
can
become
do
a member.
To help, I would definitely recommend it. If you feel like
99 cents.
You want to help and everything, maybe offering
Every
to help clean up
dollar
might be a way
helps.
to do it. I didn't even know there was a Herzing University down here, so I apologize about that. So this the street tends to be a little bit more dead, if I remember right. So there is that. So as you can see, there was stuff that was already in the works of being worked on. So the construction is still going. Unfortunately, you can actually, I'm hearing right now in the background people cleaning up glass from their.
See, it's bad. I mean, there's shit that was fucked up down there, but it's not as bad as what mainstream media put out. And they put out all this rhetoric about all these businesses downtown being fucked up. And then they film people that are putting boards up, and they just show so much of the boards. And it gives the viewer the perception that every business down here was fucked up in some way, shape, or form, that it was all looted, people stole everything out of it, right? All this stuff, and that's not what happened. And it wasn't even the majority of the crowd. The majority of the crowd was getting fucked up by tear gas. It was these little side cells that fucking broke off. And we saw there's handfuls of people running around. It's not dozens and dozens or hundreds.
Doesn't appear to be any other damage beyond that. Looks like they also have an employee that's out front watching the business. Hi. There's that. I'm going to scoot over to the other block and.
Breaking in over there.
Over there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just had someone tell me that they're breaking in over there, so we're going to go check that out.
Fucking Lakota. He's like, I'm gonna go check it out. See, but then you have stuff like that too, where they say they're breaking in, and then however many hundreds of people are watching his stream
I did
right
not
now.
know that.
They're all telling people
walk
that
over there in a second and take a look. I did not know that the gaming
people are breaking in.
Announced that they were done. I'll walk over there as soon as I go over here. I have I kind of know the people that own Scoops Ice Cream, so I kind of, since I'm already over that way, I kind of want to take a look. Looks like these businesses do not have damage to them.
And you'll even hear on our next stream, you'll even hear, because we're going to play you the recording of me in the car, and we're driving around, because it'll be on the 24th. We're going to hit that day. We're driving around, and I happened to go live in the car because we're dropping employees off. This is when I still worked at the restaurant. We're dropping employees off. And then once we get the kids out of the car, now we're just driving all over Kenosha. And you're going to hear me pointing out militia in all these different areas, all these different neighborhoods. And the group of 125 to 150 militia, you're gonna hear it come over the radio, and you're gonna hear me point it out. And then because there's a confusing part, but because they're talking about like Oak Creek Department coming down, all this Racine, okay, there's a lot of traffic on the radio. So the group that's in the car with me we're all talking and laughing while trying to listen to the radio. And I'm trying to like be serious though. And they're laughing, and there's so much shit coming over the radio that they mention that group is in Racine. That's not accurate. They were here. It's just they were calling out that Racine PD was here, Oak Creek PD was here, and these guys were fucking off in the car that they misheard it. But we're going to play that tomorrow. There's going to be tons and tons more things that we play. Again, guys, we're going to show you the bad stuff. We're going to show you the truth about things. We're going to show you both sides. We got to show you the law enforcement side of things. We got to show you the protester side of things, the militia side of things. We got to show you all the sides. So make sure you guys like the stream. Please share this stuff out so we can get as many people knowing exactly what happened in Kenosha, right? And if you can, please donate. We are literally, the bill for the streaming software was due today, okay? We've been streaming these trials, and it's kind of taking me out of my day job, which I tried warning people I could only do that for so long, and people want me to keep streaming shit. So we need to be able to start, getting some support here. So we've already lost my cell phone. That's shut off. The website's going to be shut off in a few days. The streaming software will be shut off in 48 hours, 72 hours. And once that's gone, that's it. We can't. There's no streaming. There's no doing this anymore. There's no streaming trials. There's none of it. That's done. And when the website goes, we're at a complete lockdown. I can't do shit. So, share this out. Every dollar helps us be able to continue to do this stuff for you guys.
Sitting in there. Unfortunately, it looks like just documenting things. So it does look like they did have damage here. Is it only this, or did you guys get the windows down here too?
No, just the windows here, but they went through our building, set off fire extinguishers. They broke into the trailer next door, stole all the 25-pounders out of there.
Okay.
They've been in that jewelry store across the street 7 times already.
So. Yeah, I was actually going to go check that out. I heard somebody posted that the gaming place was gotten into too. Sorry about that, guys. My condolences.
All right, so that is pretty much that. He points out a few more businesses. So that is the 23rd. Now, again, we still have tons and tons more content to look at. We're not just going to be showing videos. We're going to be pulling up some police documents that you guys have never seen. We're going to show you guys some videos that you've probably never seen. We're only on day 1 when it comes to the big 3, right? Jacob Blake shooting day. Tomorrow is structure fire night. The day after is Kyle Rittenhouse night, right? And then everything else kind of tones down a bit. So we're definitely going to get through the 24th and the 25th. We got to play that stuff, right? But we're going to start showing some more documents that we have. We're going to go through the arrest reports, okay? Because there's rhetoric about all these people, and the majority of people were from out of state. That's not true. We've said that a bunch of times, okay? Mainstream media put it out that most of the people arrested were from out of area, and then that's turned into somehow out of state. It's not true. The majority of people were from Wisconsin. They were just from either Kenosha or neighboring cities. So I don't know how that got all fucked, but it did. So we're going to go through that stuff. We're going to show you some depositions. We're going to show you some police reports, some damage reports. We're going to show you guys a bunch of crazy stuff. We're going to talk about some threats that were made when Rittenhouse got arrested, including a pedophilia ring. We're going to show you guys some emails, cyber attacks. We're going to show you guys a bunch of stuff. Okay. So there's still a lot that needs to be investigated, right? Tonight, we talked about the curfew, right? And there's a report, a briefing that was given to the city council. We want that briefing. So we need to raise funds for that. There's 25 agencies that we still have to file on. That means thousands more documents and potentially hundreds more videos that we could be sharing together. So we need help. Okay. We need to raise up. It's going to be at least a few $1,000s. I've spent a few $1,000s already on my own. And then you guys have generated, a few $100s that has helped offset the cost of some of these things. So we need that continued support. Okay. We're going to talk about, we'll probably do a live stream tomorrow because I want to try to get another stream in because, like I said, we're going to end up losing the streaming software. So we need to raise $25 to be able to continue that. So that's $25 a month. So we need that ASAP. And then $30 to help us with the website, $125 to help us get this goddamn cell phone back on. That's fucking pausing a lot of shit too. So we need this continued support. So if you guys want me to keep doing this and you want me to keep streaming trials, we have to get support for doing that because we don't make money off fucking YouTube. It's pennies. It's pennies, right? And we spend 8-9 hours a day streaming trials and then 3 hours a night doing this. And then I'm spending another 50-60 hours a week editing fucking videos to, tone it all down for you guys. So we need all of that support. But we're going to take a look at some really bizarre shit. We're going to take a look at some GoFundMes. We're going to take a look at some streamer style people that raised up all types of fucking money and we don't know where the fuck it went. Okay. We're going to talk about journalists that went independent, raising up thousands of dollars. Okay. So we're going to talk about all types of shit. You guys are going to get the juice, the behind the scenes details. Okay. Not just these videos that, we've seen some of these live streams, not these little clips that I'm showing you guys. We're going to give you the behind the scenes, what really fucking happened in a lot of these situations. So hopefully you guys like the stream. Please share it out. Read the curfew article. Share that out. That's our latest article. You can find that on the website while it's still fucking up. Never.Stop.Voices.com. Okay. We're so excited that we found that video for this lawsuit that's going on. That was a big thing that took a year to find that. And like I said, I literally found that, no bullshit, an hour before I went live with you guys. And I was trying to edit the clip down to the second to be able to show you guys just that clip and not muddy it up with all kinds of other shit that was going on. Plus we don't want to put the whole juice out because we got to save some stuff for the lawsuit. So yeah, that's a big thing. It's huge. You got the wrongful death lawsuit for Anthony Huber. So that's one step closer, right? There's probably going to be some issues with the documents and the verbiage in the documents. We pointed out some of what those potential issues could be. Again, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know. I'm just speculating. And I'm speculating based off things that I know, based off records that we have. These attorneys may have stuff that we don't have yet. So we need to get as much as we possibly can. 25 more agencies, guys. Let's figure out Kenosha together. Let's do it together. Let's show the world what happened together, right? Let's raise up these funds together. And let's get the truth out there so that we can try to get as many people knowing what the fuck actually happened so there's less rhetoric going around. with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 9:30 Central Standard Time for the XXX trial. And then we're going to just play that by ear because we do have another trial coming up. So as long as we still have the streaming software, we're going to keep streaming. Once that's gone and you don't see me going live anymore, then, you know, some shit fucking happened. So hopefully you guys learned something today. That's the point of what we did here tonight. And sorry we fucked up that one video. I was too busy laughing. So, yeah, Alexa, thank you. I look forward to seeing your stuff. And then when I see it, before anything else happens with it, I'll talk to you. And we'll go from there, one-on-one, me and you. So, all right, guys, take it easy. Thanks. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Hopefully you all learned stuff. Right? That's the point of what we're doing. Learn and understand the facts, not the bullshit. Okay? Have a good one, guys.